historian, I'm really interested in nationalism and national identity and the national minorities in a multinational state. And this definitely feeds into my new play, Shangri-La. I've always been very passionate about theatre, even in Hong Kong. Then I went to Yale in the United States. It has a big drama school, so I was always involved. I really became quite serious about it when I went to do my PhD in Oxford. It's only in the last 5 years, moving back to London, that I've really picked it up again. I picked up the connection with the Royal Court Theatre, was on their writers group there, and then was at the British East Asian Writers Group in the Young Vic. And then I got a lot of support from the Tricycle Theatre to develop my new play. I think I felt like a complete oddity in the context of Hong Kong, because it's a very pragmatic commercial environment. I come from a family of doctors. I remember being taken to watch Amadeus, the movie about Mozart, when I was really young. At the end of it, my mum turned to me and said, see, that's why you shouldn't be an artist, because you will be buried in a mass grave and die of poverty. And that was such a strong theme in Orientalism. And so the play is very much about that. It's also more immediately inspired because I worked for a sustainable travel company in China. Very idealistic company, really wanted to help, especially poor villages on the Silk Road and in Yunnan and in Tibet. It was definitely a lot more complex than the realities on the ground than what we had thought. I'm very interested in the theme of authenticity, something that I feel is continuous from my past. There are so few opportunities for British East Asian actors. I don't really know much about, artists or musicians. I actually think there are lots of East Asian musicians in London, but definitely actors, because there are so few opportunities. Maybe few people of East Asian heritage are attracted to the profession to begin with, so you do end up with a rather small circle of people. It is a challenge. Since we're in the lucky position of actually being able to hand out free tickets, we are wondering why it's so difficult even to hand out free tickets to people. Theatre is just not a big tradition among Chinese. It's one of those plays I feel would resonate with both the mainstream theatre audience and Chinese audience. So I'm really hoping that especially the Chinese audience will turn out. I vote because I'm a playwright and a historian. I tend to see an issue from many different angles. The political background is always very important for me. I'm not a political activist, but I do take voting very seriously.